everyone, it's Ann Shumbo with Vista Sotheby's. I am in South Hermosa at the corner of 2nd and Hermosa. We're going to be talking to Nancy V at this new, quaint neighborhood restaurant called Mosa Coastal. I'm so excited to share this new restaurant with you. Come follow me. So I'm sitting down with Nancy, one of the owners of Mosa Coastal, and we're going to be talking about this hot new restaurant in South Hermosa. Hi Nancy, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks so much for coming.
And I'm not even going to say her last name, and I apologize. How do you say your last name?
It's properly pronounced Vrankovic, but everyone calls me Nancy V.
And that's what I'm going to be calling her from now on. So Nancy, tell us a little bit how you guys picked this place and the inspiration for the restaurant.
Sure, we sort of inherited it actually. Bob, who's my business partner with RSI Restaurant Group, was instrumental in building it when it was served on 2nd. And so he was one of the first to know that the restaurant was available, and he was eager to get back in the restaurant business, but wasn't really so eager to run it. So he invited me to come in and kind of do the front of house operations, and my business partner at Sausal oversees the creative menu and helps with the beverage list, and that's how we ended up in Hermosa. Plus I'm a South Bay girl, so I was happy to be back home.
And I was going to say, a lot of people don't know this, but you worked with other affiliates here in the South Bay, and which is exciting. So a lot of people will know you in the community.
Yeah.
And then Anne, tell us a little bit about Anne as well. She's worked at a lot of high profile restaurants.
She has, yeah. Anne started her career actually in television a long time ago.
Oh, interesting.
And in her second coming of a career, which so many of us experience, I think a resurgence of our career in the middle 30s, decided to go to chef school. And at that time, chefs weren't famous. And so she was working with some really cool chefs in Los Angeles that were really recreating the Los Angeles dining scene. She worked with Nancy Silverton, Wolfgang Puck, and
just a few of great people.
Just a couple. And then was an operating partner in Napa Valley Grill for a long time. And then she was invited to be the chef partner at Tin Roof Bistro with Mike Sims when they were opening. And then while they were waiting for that restaurant to get going, on a lark they opened Simsy's, which became a real hot burger place. And she really kind of became the queen of the Los Angeles burger.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. We have a burger on every menu, so something new and
my
different.
boyfriend will be very happy because he's a huge burger person, and he makes sure he goes to every restaurant and samples one.
Well, I personally think that each one gets better, so the one here is the best. My personal opinion.
So we'll get to test that out in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I love about the restaurant is the look and feel. It's very coastal and cozy. Tell us a little bit about the design and what was the inspiration behind it.
Sure. Like a lot of times in Los Angeles, I think you inherit the bones of the restaurant and then try to make the space as functional as possible for what you're trying to do. We love the idea of being indoor-outdoor in California. I think that's really important to be able to use outdoor space. The garage doors lend itself to creating kind of a real indoor-outdoor experience where we have an indoor table that seats 6 and then an outdoor table that seats 2, and that kind of can grow into a table of 8. And so we loved optimizing that. The outdoor patio, I think, is really nice. We have to be mindful of our neighbors. South Bay is a tight-knit community, and we're also tightly living. So there are neighbors that are really on top of our patio, so we try to keep it very quiet. There's no music outside, so instead we installed some fountains in order to give it some kind of ocean sounds.
It's
and that
very,
kind of
very charming.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited about it. I think my business partner, Bob, has built a lot of restaurants, and he took his favorite elements that he's ever seen from every restaurant he's ever built and brought it to this place. And I think it's really come together nicely.
I think you guys have done a really great job. It's very cozy, but feels, it's a little eclectic. And I love the artwork. Is there something unique to the artist?
Bob has a relationship with the artist from a long time ago. His background actually stems from operating restaurants also. And he was a vice president at BJ's when they were first getting off the ground. And so this relationship goes back years and years. And when Bob was getting ready to open a restaurant, they were really excited to work together.
See, I think that's so great when you carry your relationships through your businesses over time, and it's so great that you're featuring him today.
Yeah.
So you have a really unique menu, lots of different flavor profiles, taking classic dishes with a little bit of a Mediterranean flair. Is there something from your background or maybe Anne's that have influenced this?
Well, I'm Croatian. My family is Croatian, and so we grew up on the water. My family are actually fishermen by trade, and so growing up eating a lot of seafood. Anne is originally from Florida, and so she grew up kind of the same way. Her father also was really interested in other cuisines, and so they always explored different kinds of places to eat, and that was really unusual a long time ago. So it's really fun to kind of bring all of our childhood experiences together, and really, who doesn't love pasta? So
oh my
it's
God.
pretty no-brainer.
I mean, everything looks so good. I'm so excited to try some of the things on the menu here.
Yeah.
What are some of the things we'll be trying today?
Today we're going to show you our Octopus Carpaccio. It's one of my favorite dishes. Traditionally, carpaccio is a thinly sliced raw meat, and here we actually cook the octopus and then thinly slice it like a carpaccio and serve it with a little bit of an herb salad. The heirloom tomato caprese will be coming out. I think the best things in food are when you find really wonderful ingredients and just feature the best ingredients on a plate, and this is a classic example of that.
One of my favorites. I love caprese.
Oh, good. Heirloom tomatoes in California are just outrageous. They're so good. The charred eggplant is a surprise hit. I actually don't really like eggplants. I don't really like peppers, and somehow it's my favorite dish on the menu.
Oh, I'm
Chef
excited.
is brilliant. It's a plate of simple Greek yogurt topped with charred eggplant and then pepperonata, which are sauteed yellow and red peppers with onions and a little bit of tomato, and it's finished with a date glaze. And so it's actually a really nice light dish with just a hint of sweetness.
Yum.
The steamed clams, I think, are one of my favorite things as well. We actually put little pieces of corn on the cob and crispy pancetta. It's interesting that you don't really find clams on a menu all that often. It's probably one of my favorite dishes.
I was going to say, because growing up I grew up in Connecticut and came from Boston as well. And so clams are very commonplace there, but you don't see them too much here.
I think people find mussels on a menu a lot and clams not so often, but they're one of my favorite things. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That's exciting.
We also thought we'd show you our pumpkin ravioli. It's, almost Thanksgiving, even though it's 80 degrees outside. And it's a nice light version of something that really has those comforting flavors. A sage brown butter sauce. We make our pasta here in-house, so it's really nice and tender.
Oh, so everything is done from scratch?
Everything that we make is done from scratch. We do bring in some dry pasta. It's interesting, in a side-by-side comparison, most people actually prefer dried pasta over fresh and homemade, even though they think they like fresh and homemade better. And so we do a mix of both things. And then, I don't even know how to pronounce this one. Yeah, my favorite dish on the menu, the Cioppino.
Cioppino.
It's a fisherman's stew, really, that comes from San Francisco. It's usually served with a big, crusty sourdough bread, and we offer that as an option, and we also offer pasta if you prefer to have that with the dish.
Yum. Well, let's get started. Thanks, Phil. Oh my God, Phil, that looks amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
This looks so good.
Good, I'm so glad you think so.
Oh my God, so tell us a little bit, where do we start? Because this looks amazing.
I know, it's a little overwhelming.
Well, first I'm gonna get my...
Yeah, you need to try everything.
My silverware.
I'll start closest to you, I guess. So this is the steamed clams. The clams are served with fresh corn on the cob pieces. Everyone's afraid to eat that in a restaurant, but don't be. Just stick a fork right in the middle and just nibble the nuggets.
I'm gonna have corn in my teeth.
There's fresh crispy pancetta in there and a nice clam broth. This is bread that's baked for us actually by Bread Bar. We do make some bread in-house, but we bring this one in because they do such a good job with the sourdough.
I mean, look at how thick and crusty that is.
It's really perfect for sopping up all of those yummy juices.
Yeah, amazing.
The eggplant is my silent favorite. That's yogurt on the bottom with charred eggplant. The pepperonata is on top, and that's just a quick saute of peppers and tomato and onions. And then the brown sauce that you see there is a date syrup. So it just adds a little bit of sweetness.
Yum.
We also have the heirloom tomato caprese salad with fresh burrata cheese. That's got some basil oil, a little bit of a balsamic glaze, and then also fresh herbs and some crostini. I love heirloom tomatoes and how fresh they are. And we don't get them that often. They're very seasonal for us, but I absolutely love them. I know. Thankfully, well, some of the downsides of the global warming situation is that we get them a lot later in the year. So they're still really nice and fresh. We have them delivered from the Santa Monica Farmers Market every week. Oh, how wonderful. And then these are the homemade pumpkin ravioli. We actually use kabocha squash in the ravioli. It's with a brown butter sage sauce, some fresh breadcrumbs, and then a little bit of pomegranate for some pop of crunch and color.
I think what I love so far that I'm seeing is there's a lot of color. I mean, this presentation is absolutely beautiful.
The things that we're always looking for in our dishes are a variety of textures. So you'll find nuts in our salads. The pomegranate seeds are kind of a surprise on the pasta. And then of course, a little bit of something for color because you eat with your eyes first.
Yes, absolutely. And then what is that? That looks delicious.
That's our Octopus Carpaccio. It's made similar to a foie gras touchon insofar as it's boiled and then wrapped and then let sit, and then we slice it very thinly like a traditional carpaccio. There's some crispy capers on top with some fresh olive oil, sea salt, and a small little bit of arugula salad for brightness. And this is our big one. This is the Cioppino. We're pretty excited about this one. I can get you a bib if you want. You never know.
I think I would probably need one with that. Oh my God. And that's another reason why I wear black.
Yeah, it's always a good idea. It's a good idea. So we have, again, some fresh crunchy bread to dip into the sauce. This is made with fresh mussels, clams. There's some calamari inside and some fresh fish and scallops. Frizzled leeks on the top for a little bit of fun kind of crispiness.
No, it's beautiful. The presentation is incredible.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. Thank you so much. Good.
Should I just
Please,
take one?
Absolutely.
This looks so good. Well, you have to try one too.
All right.
Don't make me sit and eat on camera.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That is really rude. I apologize.
Oh my God, this looks so beautiful. Oops. Like, if I'm going to be eating, you're going to be eating.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Oh my God. And a little bit of crunch on top. She's absolutely correct about the texture. You have the pumpkin with a little bit of crunch, a little bit of the fruit. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, I'm glad that you like it.
Oh my God.
It's easy for flavors to become too kind of like too melty, and I think that the way that they finish the sauce really makes it pop.
Oh my God. Really good.
Good. Thank you so much.
What should we try next?
I don't know. What do you want to try? You're making me pick everything. How about the tomatoes? I'll bring it closer to you. There you go. The fun thing about burrata is that it has a nice kind of almost shell on the outside. And then when you cut into the middle of it, it gets like kind of melty. So I love this like fun, stretchy, creamy mozzarella on the inside.
Do we get to have our wine?
Oh
too?
Yeah. Gosh, you're like, here, let's eat. And then
the
also, so here, there's that creamy part in the middle. So I cut that for you.
And what is this that we're drinking?
This is our house Pinot Grigio. We actually serve 3 wines on draft here.
Oh, how
And this is one of them. It's from Pinot Project. It is Italian grapes. They're brought in to California.
It's a nice.
Yeah, I think it's really nice, kind of refreshing.
It's actually nice with what we're having. Since we have a little.
We actually have a lot of whites on our list because we're so seafood heavy. They say that you graduate to drinking whites, which is always a really fun thing to think about.
Funny. Yeah. I'm a white drinker, so
I
love
good.
White.
So then you're sophisticated.
So I love it.
Yeah. So I cut you a little bit of gooey piece of mozzarella over here, and you can take some with some heirloom tomatoes. The burrata cheese, I think, is really outstanding. It's really kind of become a thing lately.
Oh, I love burrata.
There's restaurants that'll make a bowl of pasta and just throw a thing of burrata on top, and that's kind of the end of it. So, you know, who's mad at that? Cheese is delicious.
Sometimes we, even at home, we'll take the burrata and then we'll mash it and just drizzle it with olive oil and have a little bit, like just dip it with bread. So good.
Yum. That sounds great. You know how to live.
We both like Italian food.
It's so creamy.
It's really good.
That little fresh sea salt on the top really makes a difference.
I love sea salt on burrata. It's so good.
Try the crostini. It's like really magical.
Do you guys make this?
Yeah. We just slice the bread really thin, a little bit of butter and garlic, and then the trick is to finish it with a little bit of salt at the end. It really is really delicious.
I'm gonna actually just put a little bit on top.
Mixing and matching is the way to go.
Let's see if I can do this. Nothing's ever glamorous on a camera, but hey, you guys all can watch me fumble with my food.
At least you swallow. All these people on the Food Network spit.
I had to cut that one.
So what should we do next?
How about the clams? I think the broth is so delicious.
Okay.
Why don't you grab a spoon? That might help you a little bit. And then grab a clam with some good juice in there. Don't forget to get some of the pancetta from the middle.
Oh,
the pancetta really makes it just like a fun little flavor.
I'm gonna get a little of the juice.
Yeah.
Yum.
And you know, Italians, I think all Europeans are really like not so formal, and they really eat with their hands.
I'm just gonna
so
take
go for it. I think that's what you want to do. This is a family affair.
All right, your turn.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be eating bread and corn all by myself.
You make it sound like it's such a chore.
You know, it's been such a long time since I've had clams. You just eat them with your fork?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I do it. Some people, you know, you can like a little,
like pop it like an oyster.
Delish.
Oh my God.
See, eating with your hands is fun. It's not just for 3-year-olds.
It's so good. Oh my God. The pancetta, I love pancetta.
It's a little crunchy.
With a little garlic. Is that parsley?
Yeah, fresh parsley on the top.
It's really good. All right.
Are you gonna be afraid to try the corn?
We want to see you eat the corn.
Okay, I'm not afraid. All right, so I'm gonna just stick my fork. I figured out how to do this the other day.
We become great friends eating here.
So you just kind of stick it in like this, and then just very elegantly like this. Oh, it's not that bad.
Actually, I like that you guys cut it thin.
Yeah, you can like really eat it.
Easier.
And it's so sweet and delicious.
I love it.
I mean, it squirts everywhere.
That's why we eat bibs.
Maybe we should get one.
I want to try the Carpaccio because this looked amazing. I haven't had it done quite like this, so I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, I think that sometimes most people will like grill octopus or maybe boil it, and sometimes it can be really rubbery and almost feel like you're eating a tendon. This is really soft and almost melts in your mouth, and you can just eat it right off of the plate.
It's like, it looks like it's completely shaved.
It's really delicious. So take your fork and just dig right in. We're best friends at this point, so you don't have to like use share plates or anything.
This looks amazing.
I think you're gonna really like it.
I don't want to put it in my clam juice. So I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, you want to taste it.
And what was the oil again?
A little basil oil.
Okay. Oh my God.
It's become a really big hit. Yeah, people really like it.
This is so fresh and so good.
Sweet.
And I like it with the capers, how they're a little crunchy.
Yeah.
It's like a nice combination. And
the
I like it with
thing a little bit. Yeah.
Exactly, with the arugula.
And a little bit of the peppery arugula always kind of adds a little.
I love arugula. It's become one of my favorite greens.
I like that they call it rocket in the UK.
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
I feel like we should call everything rocket.
Like this is a rockin' restaurant?
Yeah, okay. I'll go for that, sure.
Cheers to that.
Okay, rock on. I'm into it. Cheers.
I love it. Okay, so should we, I like that. It's like the salt with the,
all the flavors really kind of come together.
So
it looks so simple, but there's actually a lot going on, I think, on that plate.
No, you really pick it up when you, when it settles, you get the salt with the sweet, with the peppery of the arugula.
Good. I'm glad that you like it. This is one of my favorite things.
Oh my God, I'll be having
I want you to try the eggplant before we do the Cioppino, because the Cioppino can be pretty rich. So I love the eggplants. I think it's really got an interesting combination of flavors. When we were first conceiving of the restaurant, we were really interested in doing a real Italian menu. And then we decided that where we are, we really wanted to focus more on just seafood and pasta. And this is a little bit of a riff on an eggplant parmesan. So we have fresh yogurt on the bottom, roasted eggplant, the pepperonata on top, and the date syrup. So this is just so soft you can eat it with a spoon.
So is that, so it really does.
Yeah, really just so super, super soft.
Oh my gosh, so it just cuts. All right.
I think a lot of times eggplant can be bitter, and don't ask me the magic behind it, but they got all
that's
that bitterness
incredible
out.
how wow, it's like butter.
It's a really interesting flavor combination.
Oh my God. It's really good. It melts in your mouth.
Yeah. I think this one's really special.
Definitely. Especially, I like it because it's different. It's not like it's, everybody does the classic eggplant parmesan and all of that. It's nice to have. It could be a meal on its own.
Really, it could be, yeah. although it's a really perfect thing to share. And I think it's a nice way to get a little bit of vegetables in you before you move on to pasta.
What I like about everything that you have here is they're great plates to share. Everybody could pick a dish and share and still feel full and content.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot. I think people like to eat like that now.
It's more European.
Yeah, I think so. So this is our Cioppino. The Cioppino is made, we don't use Prince Edward Island mussels. These are mussels from the East Coast. They're really soft and buttery and they really melt in your mouth. I think they're really great. There's pieces of scallop in here, some fresh calamari, and just all of the flavors together I think are really wonderful. Here's a spoon.
Okay.
And then of course this like yummy dunking bread.
Oh my God, that bread is like
get in there
amazing.
And just kind of find some fun nuggets of surprise.
So is this a shrimp too?
Yeah, there's shrimp in there. It's like a little bit of everything. My favorite Italian dish when I was growing up was an angel hair pescatore in my uncle's Italian restaurant. And I wanted to have that. And we decided that this has all of the great ingredients all together.
I didn't realize I was supposed to eat this like soup. And I just put it on my plate. All right, so I'll do that with this scoop. I'll do a little piece of calamari. That's calamari, right? Oh, this looks good. Oh, the broth is really yummy.
Yeah, it's good. There's a little bit of like a spicy aioli on top, and so it kind of comes through when you get down to the bottom of it.
It's just the right hint of flavor, like not too overpowering. It's beautiful.
So what do you think?
This is amazing.
Oh, good. I'm so glad that you liked everything.
I see it as a place that anyone in the neighborhood could come to. You have such an eclectic mix that kind of appeals to everyone. I could see coming here on a regular basis and having a glass of wine and oh my God, I'll be having this on a regular basis.
Yeah, so
I mean, everything is delicious.
That's great. I'm so glad that you like it. We also have like simple pastas and things like that, but I thought these would be a little bit more fun to kind of show you what we do.
I think it's fantastic, and I could see this becoming a neighborhood favorite.
Oh, I hope so.
It's really beautiful.
We've been so lucky to already have a lot of locals come by and be excited that we're here, so we're excited to keep that up.
Well, we're excited to have you in the community.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.